This is the So What? I'm your host, The Answer, and this is another episode where we don't rush to conclusions. We slow down long enough to ask better questions, because the right question, asked at the right time, can change how you see everything. Now let me start here. We live in the most informed age in human history. That alone should make us wiser. But instead, clarity feels rare. We know a little about everything, but not enough about anything. That's not ignorance, that's something else. And today, I want to name it, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. I call it the Drunken Learning Society, not drunk like reckless, drunk like disoriented, drunk like consuming without digesting. Everywhere you look, people are learning. Podcasts, videos, courses, feeds, threads. But something feels off. People are overwhelmed, anxious, reactive, yet confident they're informed. They argue aggressively, but hesitate to act. They speak with certainty, but avoid responsibility. That's the signal. Here's the pattern. Drunken learning has nothing to do with intelligence. Some of the smartest people you know are drowning in it. It's learning without integration, without application, without reflection. It's like drinking water but never absorbing it. You're full, but still dehydrated. And here's what makes this uncomfortable. No conspiracy is required. Systems naturally optimize for speed, engagement, and scale. Depth doesn't scale well. Fragmentation does. So knowledge becomes something you access, not something you carry. And when knowledge isn't integrated, something subtle happens. People become dependent on cues, on updates, on authority. Not because they're weak, but because fragmented learning never forms an internal compass. So when uncertainty shows up, people wait. They wait for experts, for headlines, for algorithms. And the cost of that waiting isn't just confusion, it's anxiety, burnout. That low-grade tension of always being behind even when you're informed. People are tired without exertion, exhausted without effort. Because confusion isn't physical, it's cognitive. Your mind never settles. Nothing integrates, nothing closes. And when nothing settles, values start to drift. Rules multiply when wisdom fades. People follow policies but feel morally unsure. Right and wrong become procedural. Ethics get outsourced. And slowly, quietly, leadership disappears. Not titles, not positions, grounded leaders. Because leadership requires integration, and fragmented minds hesitate to lead. So what fills the vacuum? Either opportunists or paralysis. Here's the part most people miss. Power doesn't flow to the loudest voices. It flows to the most integrated ones. The people who can synthesize, who can connect meaning, who can remain calm while others panic. Not because they know more, but because they connect better. And this is where the shift begins. The opposite of drunken learning isn't knowing more. It's learning with intention. Sober learning asks one question first. What is this for? Because if learning doesn't change how you think, how you act, how you decide, then it wasn't learning. It was consumption. Sober learning feels slower, quieter, sometimes lonelier, but it restores something essential: internal authority, the ability to decide without permission, to lead without a title, to think without outsourcing judgment. And here's the truth most people aren't ready for. You don't need to escape the system. You don't need to reject technology. You don't need to burn anything down. You need to integrate, because integration is resistance. Slow thinking is sovereignty. And when enough people do that, systems don't collapse. They change. Okay, listen, I want to leave you with a question. Not one I'm going to answer. Well, at least not right now. One you should carry with you. If a society can be trained, intentionally or not, to adapt without understanding, to learn without integrating, to function without internal authority, what kinds of futures does that society struggle to imagine? And what kinds of futures does it become unable to resist? Sit with that, because the most important questions are usually the ones we weren't taught to ask. This is the So What? I'm The Answer, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and be sure to check out my ebook on Amazon, The Inner Framework, a grounded guide to spiritual clarity and self-mastery.